Ladies and gentlemen, boys and
Boys and
girls.
girls.
There we go. I knew you was gonna be on it. How'd I know you was gonna be on? I should have just known. I should have just known.
You just know.
Sometimes I'll be hanging out with a lot of others, so they don't know how to complete sentences.
Oh,
They don't know. They don't know the story references or any of that. But y'all, Grand Rising.
Psychokinetic energy.
Let's go. It's Tuesday, December 30th. We got an amazing show for y'all today. We got some breaking top news, that we definitely need to address in the Zen news section. Man, some heavy stuff happening in the world, but we're gonna get to it. It's gonna be a beautiful day. Let's go.
A morning ritual for people who think deeply.
Zen AM.
Hey man, you talking today?
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, it is that time again. Time for Zen AM. Start off with some breath work. All right, y'all. We are back. It is your favorite morning show, your new morning ritual, Zen AM. Your host, Nehemiah, along with Darian, DTB. And it's Tuesday, y'all. Can y'all believe the week is almost over? I'm going to say that at the beginning of the week from now on. The week is almost over, y'all. We halfway through the week. But we have New Year's this week. New Year's Eve is tomorrow. So
Yeah.
it's going to be a whole new year by the time we come back on Thursday. So on Thursday, it's going to be 2026.
Easy.
I want to know how people are feeling about 2026 soon. I think we're going to have a whole open dialogue, I think, for our New Year's episode. We'll have some open dialogue. Y'all pull up, we talk, we chat. Most of y'all old anyway, so y'all ain't going nowhere for New Year's. Y'all going to be in the house, asleep by 9:30. Don't play like y'all got plans. Y'all ain't doing nothing. Y'all ain't doing nothing.
I was just thinking what I was going to do for New Year's. I don't know. I do every stay in the house.
Yep.
Stay in the house. Don't even go out. It's wild around that time. It's like Wild West.
Don't even play around with the play around.
At all.
At all. We can go ahead and get into some breath work, y'all.
Let's get it.
Get this day started right. Go ahead and get into whatever position you can. If you're driving, if you're sitting, whatever, just get into a position. And go ahead, close your eyes if you are able to. Deep breath in through the nose. Hold it. Release through the mouth. Deep breath in through the nose. Hold it. Release through the mouth. Deep breath in through the nose. Hold it. Release through the mouth. Get it all up out of there. Get on all that up out of you. Going to get all up out of you. Said, get that hate up out your heart, son. It's baggage. Remember that from He Got Game?
Yeah, I remember that.
Denzel was cold in that movie. He said, what you got there, little Range Rover? Hit the boy in the throat. Denzel was cold. I like Fresh Out of Prison Denzel. Fresh Out of Prison Denzel is my favorite Denzel. Like,
Oh, for real?
Fresh Out of Prison Denzel don't take no guff. He don't take no guff. Fresh Out of Prison Denzel was also, if you seen them, that was your first time seeing Malcolm X then, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Who was he when he got out of prison? He was Detroit Red.
Yeah.
He was Detroit Red. He was slick. Fresh out of prison. Yeah, Denzel don't play.
Nah, he's one of our goats. One of our goats. I don't think there'll never be another Denzel.
We got a lot of goats, though.
Yeah, we do.
We got a gang of them. Gang of them. Especially when it comes to the entertainment. I mean, living goats. Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah.
Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
We got goats. What's our guy? Spike Lee.
Yeah.
We got, man, Don Cheadle.
Yeah.
we got him, man. Like, if that's one thing.
Will
Smith?
Will.
Yeah. Will Smith. He messing some stuff up. See, the thing that made a lot of these other people goats, and this sucks being a black entertainer, is that you got the pressure of the black community on you. When you're a white entertainer, you get to do whatever you want. It doesn't represent bad on white people. You just represent bad on yourself. When Miley Cyrus
for Will?
For all black entertainers, right? So for all black entertainers, we hold the weight of the black culture on our shoulders without even wanting to or without even asking to, right?
Right.
It's just, we are the black representation because this is what Hollywood has made it be out to be. We don't get a lot of representation, so we accept what we have. So the thing that made a lot of these people goats was that they handled the pressure of being black celebrities very, very well. And they pushed through without any scandals, without any bad press, without any of that. Like, you never heard Samuel L. doing nothing bad. You never heard, like, you don't hear of them doing anything bad. They had to hold that crown up very high and keep a cleaner slate than they probably would have if they could have got away with it. No Bill Cosby.
I think they did some bad in the day. It was just no social media. And I don't think I want to go there this morning. I don't want to go there.
You don't want to go there?
I'm gonna tell you, like, the females back in the day, they covered up a lot for black men.
Yeah.
Than they do now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just step back before I get myself into.
Well, you gonna get in trouble? It's our show.
It's
our show. Can't get in trouble.
It wasn't no social media for them to expose or express what was really going on.
Right.
And I don't condone any of that, but I don't know. They're like the women back in the day. They stuck around more.
They had a code.
They were more loyal. Yeah. They stuck to the code regardless of any situation, good or bad.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, we've all fallen from the code.
Yeah,
we've all fallen from the code.
Yeah,
men.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Men ain't the. For the women out there, I feel sorry for what y'all got to pick through. It's like you either got a man who is an extreme cheater, or you got a man that's gonna go out with you one day and y'all both put on a dress, and y'all sharing fingernail polish together. Yeah. Or you got a man who's living a whole separate life, who got a whole nother family. Or you got a man who got a whole separate life and like men. Or it's very slim pickings out there for the women is what I'm saying. Like, for the men, we have way more to select from than the women do.
Oh, yeah.
We have way more. I'm praying for all y'all women out there, because these men out here, boy.
It's a kid in a candy store right now.
What? These women don't know, like, they got to pick literally between, like, Young Thug. like we had, think about the representation back in the day compared to now. Like, just really, really think of what the like, the plot to get rid of masculinity worked. There was a plot to rid masculinity. They used the media to do it, and it worked. The feminization of the male worked. And a lot of this came from many different reasons. Some say population control. Who knows? Mm-hmm. But there was an agenda. There was never in this history of time where you saw this many men in history holding women's purses. Never seen that. Never seen that. The roles have never switched this way. Like, like the roles are definitely switched. And we can jump into that. We got, well, what y'all want to do? Y'all want to get into news because it's Zen news. We're going to jump into this topic later on. After Zen news, we're going to jump into this topic, y'all. The state of masculinity and femininity in the world right now, like the state of it. I think that is a very important topic, and it doesn't get addressed often. It does not.
Right.
It doesn't. But we do have some news happening in the world, and I do want to touch on this.
Let's get there.
Yeah, we got some crazy stuff happening in the world, man. First of all, I mean, we just dropping bombs all over the place. We struck a drug loading facility in Venezuela recently, making a rare land strike under the Trump administration. So basically, not only did we hit Nigeria, but we hit Venezuela. So I'm just hoping that everything is all working towards the, I always feel like everything is working for our good anyway. So things in the news never really scare me, but I mean, you got China military putting pressure on Taiwan right now, and they going at it. You got the Middle East going at it. Ukraine and Russia. So it's been a lot of people going at it, and I just think that right now we're just all in that cocoon era, and everything is just so tense because we're in that middle of pressure of evolution. And this is what evolution feels like. It feels very pressure. Like, imagine if you were a diamond or a stone, and what that pressure feels like to turn you into a diamond. It can't be comfortable.
Right.
It's not going to be a sweetest massage. You know what I'm saying? With a happy ending.
Right.
It's a whole nother story, man. Yo, look, man, none of these comments this is all the opinion of the entertainer Nehemiah. So the top story that I really, really wanted to address was, we talked about him literally, was it yesterday? Anthony Joshua, he just fought Jake Paul, just had the biggest payday of his life, just renewed the face of boxing, right? Like, made boxers proud that he put a non-boxer down who has been dominating the sport. Cloud9. I mean, I think he was opening up to the U.S. fans, right? The U.S. fans didn't even know who he was until now.
Right.
Most U.S. fans didn't even know. Now all the women sliding in his DMs, like, who's this guy? He looks like one of those 1990s light-skinned black dudes, you know what I'm saying? So at the top, he was in Nigeria, in Lagos. And he was with two of his training partners, who are also two of his friends. And they got into a fatal car accident. And they were driving. They were going fast. I mean, there's another story that happened also, too, is just the concerns of the roads in Nigeria alone, because this has not been the first time something like this has happened there. But they were driving fast and roads were unstable. They lost control, and then they hit a parked full truck, and two of them were fatally killed. And Joshua was lucky enough to, he's still with us. He only sustained minor injuries. He's, I believe, in communication with his family and everything right now. So he's conscious. He's not hurt, but, just lost two of his close friends. In a car accident. So this is like top breaking news right now that's happening. We got, like, you talk about never ever knowing what God got in store for you. You talk about never knowing. I think this right here is this prime example of never knowing what God got in store for you, and never knowing when your time is. Like his strength and we got to think his strength and conditioning coach, I am 100% certain that this was probably the biggest payday of his life.
Yeah, most definitely.
This probably made him enough to never have to work again if he didn't want to.
Right.
And then put Anthony Joshua on contention for another title shot. He is the former heavyweight champion. So this right here was going to put him in contention to go do a big fight day with Tyson Fury. That was going to be a big fight. And then the winner of that obviously was going to go and get themselves a heavyweight title fight, or he was going to fight Deontay Wilder, one or the other.
Yeah.
But biggest payday of their lives, all of them.
Yeah, I would say call a fight off. Just go ahead and retire.
Anthony Joshua?
Yeah.
Yeah, you think so?
To lose your best friends, training partners.
Right.
That's not that. I don't think that's gonna. I mean, if he can do it, like really do it, and like block that side out, that's gonna be tough to do, man.
Yeah.
That's like you hanging with your road dogs every day, and you go out back to your home country to celebrate, and then the two people that you bring, you're not bringing them back with you.
Right.
Physically, but spiritually, yeah. So prayers to Anthony Joshua, prayers to his team, the people that we lost. Yeah, man, it's tough, man. Especially when you go out of them countries, because them roads ain't no joke. So was they driving or somebody else was driving?
They were driving.
See,
Yep.
yeah,
And they were driving his two, and Anthony Joshua, he got in the back.
right.
That's what saved him for the most part,
Yeah.
was him being in the back seat. Because it was like the truck hit, boom, and it was,
I'll never drive in Africa.
What? I don't
I'll
even
never
drive in
drive.
Kansas City.
Yeah.
I don't drive in
I
LA.
mean, the roads is excellent in South Africa, where like the certain parts that I was in. But I just know that they do have them roads where it's bumpy, one way in, one way out, and they drive reckless out there. So, it's just tough, man. Tough.
It really is. And, once again, it goes back to never knowing when your time is going to be called.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah.
Any of us would assume that if God put this type of payday in front of us, he about to keep us around for a while. It'll be easy for us to feel invincible after that. In a way, I think most of us already feel very far from death. We don't think about death like that. And a lot of us don't live our lives as if death is a real thing, as if death is not going to creep around the corner. Most of us don't live that way, which is one of the reasons why we wanted to try to start this, is that when we get to that point, we have no regrets, but most of us don't live like death is imminent, and I think whenever we come across these tragedies, I think the first thing is, one, for us to have empathy and sympathy for them. Two, not to, it's going to happen, but there's going to be some rabbit holes with the theories and all of that. There's a lot of conspiracy theories happening and stuff right now already. So, I think it's a good time for us just to really just every single day remember, we don't know when our time is going to be called. Like, let's live. Right. Let's live. And one of the things that these monks do is, before they even get out of bed, they contemplate death. And some people think that's morbid, but it's not. I think that if you are reminded before you even start your day that tomorrow isn't promised, maybe you live that day a little bit differently. Maybe you are a little bit more present. Maybe you're a little bit more grateful, but we do live like tomorrow's promise. We live like tomorrow's promise so much that we even tell people, I'm gonna holler at you next week.
Right. No, that's a fact.
I'm gonna talk to that. I'm gonna see that for at Christmas, and it's June.
Right.
We live like every day is promised, we gonna see him.
Nah, that's a fact, man. I think we gotta go back to that, because it's like we be playing like death ain't right next to us.
Right.
Like literally at any moment. So I'm glad that you brought that up, because it's like, we'll think about it. Like, I'm already planning. I was just at a wedding, last week?
Yep.
And I'm telling my uncles, oh yeah, I'm going to see y'all in 2 weeks. I'm going to drive back up. But it might be a slim chance that I might not make it, or they might not make it. Not a slim chance, like a real chance.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I think if we knew our date, I think we would treat life more precious. So we gotta almost feel like we gotta treat every day like it's our last day. Literally, I know we used to say that a lot, like treat the day like your last day, but no, really, like the people that you love, let them know your plans, let them know your visions, get it out in the atmosphere, because in a split second something could happen. A careless mistake could cost somebody their life.
And that's actually one of the things that I like about the Muslim religion. Look this up. I think they say, what is it? Inshallah? That's the word that they say. Inshallah. I think it is.
Inshallah.
Is that what it is?
Inshallah.
I believe God willing.
Yeah, Allah's will.
Yep.
Yeah, inshallah.
Inshallah. So that's actually one of the things that I like, because if they ever say, I'm gonna do this or I'm gonna do this, they say inshallah, inshallah.
If it's in God's will.
Yeah. To remind us.
Shout out to cousin Josh, man. I miss you, man. That's one of his words he used to say to us. Inshallah.
And that's what I thought about when I, shout out to our cousin Josh.
We miss you, man.
We miss you, brother. We know he out there. Shout out to him and his family doing great things. We love you. We sending you love. He was the first one who introduced me to the Muslim religion. He was Muslim and really introduced a lot of people in our family to that part of the culture. Me and him grew up, and the first religion that me and him looked at together was Rastafarianism when we were in high school. So we was always on that hunt for searching for more. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Seeing what was outside of what was given to us. But that's what I like about their culture is, it's that God willing, and always remembering that it's not our will, it's his will.
Right.
And everything that we do is his will. And
That's right.
Everything that's given can be taken. And
Facts.
let's just say, for instance, right? There's a lot of scenarios, right, that play in. But let's just say, for instance, that on that person's clock, that was when they were meant to go no matter what. Right? Like that's when their contract was. It didn't matter what was going to happen. It didn't matter what happened the day before. It didn't matter what happened 3 days before. Your contract is that on this date, you coming back home.
Right.
Get what you can done by this date.
Right.
And if we start to live like that, we don't know when I dated. It's probably it's in there. It's in that.
Yeah.
Because this life is a contract. We had to do something to come here. There's some type of contract in it. We think that we just was here. No, there was some type of contract, covenant, something that gave us the ability to come down, incarnate as spirits into physical manifestation, because this is a physical plane. Remember that
Most
debate?
definitely. Most definitely.
So there's a contract in play. And because of our disconnect, we don't know what it is. Go ahead.
Let me ask you a question. If you had the access, and this is for everybody, to obtain the date, would you want to know?
Yep.
You would want to know?
Hell yeah. Absolutely. I'm a calculated person. If I know that I'm dying in 3 years, bruh, my day's going to look different.
Right.
My days are going to look different. Not going to be sitting in Kansas City with no family around. Like my days are going to look way different.
So let me ask you another question. What if you had the date and it was like shorter than you thought? It was less than 3 years, less than a year.
Even better. Now I don't got to worry about money to stretch me that long to do what I got to do. If I had 3 years, I don't know if the budget's going to handle 3 years. I might have to pull a lick and hope that, I'm free. But, it is what it is. And I think that that's in a way, that's a blessing. Like the hard thing about cancer is that you lose people. But one of the blessings is that you get to say goodbye.
Right. Right.
And a lot of us don't ever get that. Like with my pops, I got closure with him because, they put him on hospice. He had 2 weeks and I didn't meet him until I was 31, but that I knew when his checkout date was going to be.
Yeah.
So we acted accordingly.
Right. I think those are like the most peaceful deaths. Like when you have family around, it. Like you might not have to be there at that second, but So it's like, okay, let me go say my goodbyes. Let me spend this time with him.
Right.
Let's relax. Man, that's a good question. I don't know what I would do. I don't think I would want to know.
Yeah.
I don't think I would want to know. I would just try to live my life as best as I can every day, and then just when it happens, it happens. But I pray, like I said, like let it be God's will. But I pray I have a peaceful death where it's like, all right, I'm ready to go now, and I just close my eyes. I don't want nothing like on no Final Destination type stuff.
Maybe I mean, maybe. But
I could go out.
Yeah, it's quick. I think so. Yeah, that's a quick way. But then let's say this, right? If we're obviously training for death, right? We're training for death. The acts that we do here have an effect on us. If you believe in anything spiritually or life after death, the acts that we have here affect us in the afterlife, right?
Yeah.
So in a sense, we're training for that, right? Imagine training for a race that you didn't know when the race date was. Your training's not going to be as intense as when you know that race date is 15 weeks away. is going to be
That's true.
lackadaisical, just like the rest, just how we live now. We know it's coming, but we lackadaisical about it because we don't have that date. That date isn't nearing because we don't see it on our calendar. But when you know that race is October 15th, I guarantee you that your September looks different than if you don't know when that race is.
Right. What if the date is in our face and we just haven't channeled in on it?
I can see that.
That would be a great movie.
I can see that.
Like, you looking up and then like you see a date and then automatically you get attached to that date and that becomes your date.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Or you see, or something like you get an alert on the phone or something.
Yeah.
It'll probably be an alert on the phone.
Right.
Like once you hit a certain age or something, you get once your date is calculated, you get it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or maybe at a certain age, like at this age, you get your date. But don't nobody die before then. There are no deaths before then. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right. But you can get your date at any time.
Some people may choose not to get their date. Oh, I like that. Oh, we got a world full of people who know when they're going to die and when they don't know when they're going to die.
Yeah.
The craziness, it'll be like the world now. It'll be just like the world now. That's why we all need to know. Won't be a difference.
Right.
You're going to have criminals who don't care that life is ending.
Yeah.
You got people who don't know life is ending, so they living way more, careful. Coming to Netflix soon, y'all.
Yeah.
It's called Death Date.
Ooh.
Death Date.
Like that. Take a step. Let me go live in the comment section because I know we have it and I know we got to keep this.
Because sometimes they
boat
be
rolling.
Yeah, sometimes they be.
Grand Rising, everybody. Shout out to Aunt Terry, your mama.
You better make
She
sure you
said
say
my
her
first-
comment.
Right. My first day of pickleball. She doing pickleball today. So
Nice. Congrats on that.
know.
I got to hear about that.
We got to hear about that. Shout out to Patrice. She said, I'm excited for 2026. Shout out to Anthony. He said Morgan Freeman started acting at 97 years old back in 1977.
Said that nigga Morgan Freeman was born with a bald spot.
Terry said, I'm having a personal gathering for New Year's Eve, housewarming, potluck, celebrating the new me. Thanks 10 a.m. That's amazing.
It is.
Me and I was shopping in, I guess he says men and I are shopping in the women's department.
Yeah, they stay in the women's department now.
But I think we switching out of that. The whole skinny jeans fad is always going back to 90s baggy denim, straight legs. So we're moving out of the tight. So hopefully.
I don't even think it's because think about the 70s and stuff. Men used to wear cutoffs.
Yeah.
A man I have a cutoff with his belly button showing.
So let me ask you a question.
Right.
What's the difference from men back in the day wearing platforms than to men wearing messenger bags?
I think it's less about what they're wearing and more about how they are. I
take that.
You know what I'm saying? Because they had this dude probably had on these bell bottoms and this, but then he gonna go work at the factory in the week. He's still working in the factory. He in that factory Monday through Friday, hands. He putting food on the table. You know what I mean? Like he's still acting as in the masculine energy. So I don't think it's about what you wear. Like, I don't think that outfits, like a man can't wear something tight or a man can't throw on a dress or a kilt or anything. It's literally more about how these men are. They act like they wear a dress. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm talking about. The feminists, they act like they wearing dresses. These men act, they bicker online like two little hairdresser women. They don't act manly. So I don't care what you wear. Because I've seen homosexual men who will do full drag and stuff, but they still act like men. You know what I'm saying? They still have masculine energy. So it don't matter. It don't matter who you have sex with. It don't matter what you wear. It's about the energy. And these straight men nowadays have very, very feminine energy. Very feminine energy. And they like to do more things that align with the feminine than they do the masculine. Like women are working out more than men are nowadays. There's more women in the gym.
Oh,
There's more women in the gym. More women are like single parents and building corporations and like,
yeah.
men have gotten so bad that women have been like, we just don't even need y'all no more. We just gonna do it all ourselves. Look, we don't even need y'all.
But you know what? I think it's a shift going on with that.
Yeah.
Like,
absolutely.
But I think it's, I mean, to speak lightly on that, I support like the women empowerment because, man, I'm gonna tell you, the females in Atlanta, they running up a bag. Like businesses on businesses, just how they carry themselves.
Yep.
I mean, it's great to see, man. It's really
Absolutely.
great to see because they came a long way, and I don't know. I champion women that's like that. Like, but you still got to keep your masculine, your dominant, but it's a balance.
Thank you.
Life is a balance.
Yin and yang.
Yin and yang.
Yin and yang. Yin and yang. And the Native Americans, they have a very, very beautiful culture that really, really hones in and honors the divine masculine feminine energy. Like there is a reason why there's a masculine feminine energy. There's a reason, like there is an order in place, and we come here thinking we know everything, and we start to flip and change things. Right. But we were made in the image of the creator.
Most definitely.
You know what I mean? So there is something to that. There is something to that. But men nowadays, like I said, it's just different. There is a shift happening. Shift happening. And it doesn't mean that I think that we have a few generations before it kind of goes back. You know what I'm saying? I think it's going to kind of, everything goes in cycles.
Most definitely.
Everything goes in cycles.
Can I ask you a question? Do you believe our name carries some type of energy?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay.
Yeah, I do.
So I believe the same thing. So if that's the case, why aren't we utilizing our middle name? If we're giving that name to those who have a middle name, is that just a energy that's lost in the sauce or just out with the wind? Because I think about my middle name, Trayvon, at times, and I don't, I think I need to start like analyzing that name for myself and what it does to me, because that name was given to me, Darian Trayvon Brooks. Brooks has a meaning, has a story. Darian, I created a story up to now, but my middle name is not tied to anything. Right. I mean, it's tied to my full name, but it should have its own identity as well. We got 5 minutes left, so I just thinking about that.
So when we go back into ancient texts, there was power, especially in Aramaic and Hebrew letters. Supposedly there's power in like Hebrew letters and these letters and these symbols. And we've seen that certain symbols carry certain power. So the array and the connection and the combination of these symbols and stuff that carry power, they now form their own kind of bond, just like molecules bond together, right? That's kind of the same with our names. Mm-hmm. The names, the letters, the things that are together, Nehemiah, the great rebuilder inside of the Bible. Like there's a reason why I'm always trying to fix something. Then I ain't got no reason to fix it. You know what I mean? Like I didn't choose to be this way, so, and a lot of times the name holds heavyweight. Mm-hmm. And that's the reason why most blacks who were in like the 5% movement, Malcolm X, they got rid of their names. And because those names came from their slave owners. Mm-hmm. So they got, last name is Clark. I'm sure there was a slave owner associated with that. So that's the reason why they got rid of their last names. Like, that ain't my last name. I'm not this person. So I think that you're absolutely right. The power of our names are important. And when we find it, you might find that you either want to connect to it more or you want to disconnect from it. Once you understand the power, I don't think that we all need to be fully connected to our names. Like, I think that if we don't like the energy or anything, we can disconnect and go by something else because it's extremely, extremely powerful. And I'll give you an example. Why have there been no children named these two names in late years? Adolf or Judas? There's power in the name.
Right.
There's power in the name. So that's how strong a name is. A name is so strong that it can have an effect on your whole life.
Okay. I like that. So if a name is so strong, why are we abandoning the middle name?
I don't know about we. I use my middle name. I got 2 middle names and I use them often. So you speak it. My middle name is Lee Joseph and I use it. Because my dad's name was Lee Joseph. And then once I met him, it made me more connected to the Lee Joseph. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's like you kind of get connected a little bit more. But yeah, I always use my middle name, either initial or something. You know what I mean? So
how? And I'm just asking for learning purposes. Like, how do you use your name when you go out? If you meet somebody and you be like,
Nehemiah.
Yeah, my name's this.
Nehemiah. I used to go by Munch, but only the family calls me that because of the power in the name.
Right.
I would dumb my name down for people.
Right.
And it was like, I'm not dumbing nothing down. It's Nehemiah. And then I'll get asked, do you have a nickname? And it's like, nope.
Right.
No, you say the whole thing. You say the whole thing.
Right.
Just like your name. I'm going to say the whole thing unless you tell me that you want me to say something else. I'm not going to dumb it down because I'm having trouble saying it the first time. That's on me.
Right.
So.
Man, I wish we would have made this a full segment because there's so many questions I want to ask. And you're right. There's power in the name.
And letters.
And letters
and symbols.
As well. And symbols. And to the people that have kids or don't have kids, like when you naming something, like you really got to put thought. You can't just name it after your favorite vacation or your car. I mean, if you want to do that, that's fine. But like really take heed and understanding and naming someone because they may grow up and say, you know what? I don't feel like this name represents me.
Right.
Let me change it.
Yeah. And they go from Chris to Caitlin. None of the comments here are affiliated, or we do not agree with any of the comments made.
We gotta create that button. That gotta be a button.
That is not. This is. We do not go along with the views that come out of Nehemiah's mouth. Do we got the caller in, or is this in AM? We at the end.
No. Yeah, we have one. We don't have anything today, but I just wanted to respond. A lot of people in the comments. Shout out to Patrice. She sent me a story about our cousin that was on the news. Anthony just asked me about that as well, but I wanted to put the correct time and energy because last night I went to sleep early, and when I woke up, I seen the text message. So tomorrow we will talk about that, shed light on that, and champion that. So we're gonna work on coming together and putting a nice story together with that. I know it's a video attached, so
it's a video
figure
too.
out how we
perfect.
We get all of that in there.
Yeah, so for the first time ever, y'all, we got a pre-Zen news story for y'all. We haven't done this before. It's connected to the family, and I think that's awesome to tie it in with the names too. We could bring the names back up because this is a Brooks. Is he a Brooks?
That's a fact. No, he's a Golf.
Golf.
Yeah,
that's
Brooks,
right.
Golf, all the same.
All the same. It's all the same. So yeah, we got a story for y'all. Tomorrow we got a good show. Tomorrow is New Year's Eve. And then we got New Year's Eve tomorrow. So that'll be a good story to touch on for New Year's Eve. We'll be here tomorrow, and I think we talked about being here Thursday too, right? On New Year's Day.
Yeah.
Did we figure it out? We'll let y'all know tomorrow.